morning, Luckies. It's episode 4? It's episode 4? Episode 4 of the Mac and Zach Robot Roundup. And it's me, once again, your navigator, Makon Crayley. And I'm joined here, as always, by my assistant, Jack Finney.
What in God's name are you doing?
It's Lucky Channel. We're doing what's Lucky Star, Jack?
Oh right, yeah. And here I spent all this time thinking up introduction stuff for you this week.
Jack, well, you got your Randy Savage bit 2 weeks ago. I get my goddamn city anime thing.
Oh come on, dude! You love that Randy Savage.
It was. And you will love the Lucky Channel bit when you watch Lucky Star, which is good. It's so good.
Fair enough. But here I am. I spent all this time thinking of stuff like the man that George Miller fears, the man who makes the best Vegemite toast this side of the Gold Coast, and the undisputed king of Knifey Spoony, and I didn't even get to do it.
Look, you can do it next week. I've had this bit worked out for like 2 weeks. I don't care if I look like a jackass. I need to do it. I have the graphic. Okay, I have the graphic made and everything.
Okay.
Like legitimately, like as I'm recording, like I've had the graphic like that's appearing on the video like done for like an entire week. Cause like I made it while I was like watching the the Book of Boba Fett. So yeah, like I've had it working.
Alright, this is your bit. Anyway.
Yes. So anyway, episode 4. Let's get to it.
Episode 4, A New Hope, after what we had last week. And boy howdy did this one bounce back after last week's episode, which ended up resulting in a recording from us that was so bad that I'm officially referring to it as the lost episode moving forward.
Even though it's still up and you can easily watch it.
Yes, but we don't talk about it. The first rule about episode 3 is we don't talk about episode 3.
It's our Chris Benoit.
Hey.
Okay, maybe not that hard. Maybe not that hard.
That is an insult to Benoit and everything that he accomplished before the murders. But I digress. Yeah. Anyway, episode 4, a fantastic rebound after last week's one, which was not a great episode in mine and Mac's opinion. Oh, yeah. And as always, we opened up with some great chemistry between Chris and Kenny with their back and forth in what is honestly one of the most wholesome TV hosting relationships that we've seen in recent years. They're just an absolutely perfect pair, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, I honestly can't think of any two better TV hosts right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like their natural chemistry is off the charts, and they just both come off so brilliantly all the time. Like, Kenny is just an absolutely brilliant analyst, and they're both such great color guys. It's brilliant. It's just something that you absolutely love to see each week. And it really has to be said, people who only watch like the fight compilations and don't watch any of the stuff in between, like who only watch like the fights that have been stitched together on YouTube, they're really missing out. Oh, yeah. Because it's just a brilliant relationship between the two of them. Their back and forth is always a delight, and I just love these two. They're absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, God tier banter. Honestly, everyone banters like amazingly on this show because they all love it. They all love what they're doing right now.
Absolutely, like you can tell everybody who is there absolutely wants to be there, and this is an absolute passion project for them. More so than anything else.
Exactly.
Because it's one of those things, you don't go into robot combat with the aim of making profit on anything, because let's face it, there's no profit to be made.
Yes, as that one guy's t-shirt said, they're here to have fun.
Absolutely. They're just here to have fun, Mackle.
Oh, God.
On that note, we come to our first fight of the night with an overall great lineup for the episode, really. Malice versus Jackpot. As we see Malice coming in with... Well, both of them actually coming in with slightly different weapon configurations than they normally come in with. Jackpot with a specially curved wedge and a single tooth spinner rather than the double-ended double teeth spinner that they normally come in with. And Malice coming in with a spinning bar with what looked to be a beater bar bolted onto the end. Rather than its traditional drum disc. Drisk?
Drisk.
Yes. I'm just gonna call it the Drisk moving board, rather than the Drisk that they normally have.
The Wilson Drisk. This was a very even fight, like right from the beginning.
Yeah, it was like I completely understood why Jackpot was coming in with the single tooth disc, because the ideology behind the single tooth, well, not disc bar, I mean, but you get what I mean. The idea behind that is to allow it to be able to slip in underneath that sort of weapon and be able to disrupt it in much the same way that Aftershock used in Robot Wars a few years ago.
Yep.
And we saw that put to very good use by Jackpot and all of this, as well as their new wedge configuration compared to the regular wedge with angles that they normally have. As they stuck to Malice like a limpet, not giving it any breathing room. But it was a great even weapon to weapon fight at the start, as both of them went toe to toe, hit to hit, and were dishing out damage to each other. But Jackpot, as we've seen, it's an incredibly robust machine, and it just kept pouring on the pressure, and then bam, 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 rips Malice's weapon to pieces, rips the tooth off, and just ends up knocking it out pretty soundly.
Not only that, it knocked the lights out. It pulled an Okada and made it rain glass.
Nicely done. But yeah, fantastic slugfest opener and a great victory for Jackpot as well.
Great entrance for Jackpot as well. Just all decked down to 9s.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because Jackpot had a nice red and green affair on. So let me ask you, what bar was Jackpot?
Oh boy.
Because I actually have one for this, because I've been wanting to do this fucking reference for weeks, since literally the beginning, and now I finally get to do it, and I have one.
Yeah.
Jackpot is.
That's right, everybody. We're now the old school robot review.
Oh god, can of Coke. God. Yes, a Jackpot is a tin or a bucket of red and green Christmas M&Ms.
You were gonna say a drum of Milo or something like that.
No, because Milo's not red.
Yeah. And I'm thinking of the way the logo is styled. It just reminds me of Jackpot a bit.
Oh yeah. But yeah, there we go. I finally got my reference in.
Shout out to everybody else who listens to the Old School Wrestling Review podcast, by the way, which everybody loves, and if you love wrestling, you should definitely check it out.
Oh god, yeah. Shout out to Jay Hunter.
Oh, Mac, are we going to be doing the what bar is it for every robot episode?
No. I mean, look, if a robot looks good enough, then yes. If not, then look, we probably have to pay Jay, pay the lads in cans of Coke every time we reference it.
I am wondering though if we're ever going to get to the point where we discover a robot that reminds us of the Maverick bar. A bar of chocolate that I remember from my childhood vaguely and still greatly miss.
I don't think we had that here. Let me look that up while you talk about the rest of the fight.
Well, I don't really have anything else to say about the rest of the fight other than Malice did, showcase a pretty heroic fight back, but there wasn't really that much they could do. But they didn't just lay down and die.
Yeah. True.
So
yeah, honestly. Yeah, Malice survived a long time, longer than they usually survive, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Jackpot had to really work to be able to get this knockout.
Yeah, this was a great starter. Probably the best starter of the starter so far.
I would say that sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah.
God damn it, Mac, this is making me want a Maverick bar now. I've forgotten.
What is it? Okay, describe me a Maverick bar for a minute. What does it look like?
Okay, so a Maverick bar, if I'm remembering correctly, how's the best way to describe it? It was a little bit like a Mars bar or a Snickers bar, but it had biscuit in as well. And
okay.
Yeah, it was kind of similar to Toffee Crisp in some ways. If you guys have that, I don't know if you do.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm looking at the wrapper now. Yeah, like, what the? This is 90s as all hell.
I know, man. It absolutely is.
Oh my
It's
God.
it's one of the free snack foods that I really miss from my childhood, along with the 3D Doritos and Pepsi Twist.
God, you know what I miss? I miss Sunny Boys. You never had it over there, but over here we had like a triangle like ice block type thing, and it was called a Sunny Boy, and it was what I had as a kid. It was amazing. Like every lunch.
I'm always reminded of the goddamn ice block with you. It's an ice lolly, man. Come on.
No, we are not getting into this right now, Jack. It is an ice block.
Ice lolly or popsicle. Popsicle I will accept.
That's also perverted, but fine, whatever. I will accept that. 9 out of 10 fight. And
Yeah,
also
like,
and also Malice versus Jackpot was 9 out of 10.
8 out of 10 from me on Malice versus Jackpot. Great slugfest opener, and that's exactly the type of thing that you want to open an episode with.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on, we have the next fight of the night, the return of Overhaul to face Ribot.
Oh, yeah.
Overhaul coming in looking like the most stereotypically weeaboo team of all time, which both Mac and I greatly appreciate for various reasons.
And then Ribot.
We forgot to say our picks for the previous fight. Yeah.
Wait, okay, wait, yeah, I had Jackpot.
Yeah, you had Jackpot, I had Malice. I was wrong. So yeah.
Yes. As always.
Screw you, man.
Anyway, Ribot. Let's talk about Ribot because I called this.
Yeah, Mac backed Ribot and I backed Overhaul.
No, I mean in the paint job department because episode 1, I mentioned that episode 1 or episode 2, I forget which one. I mentioned that Ribot should have like different colors for like different types of frog, and now we got a different paint job.
Specifically, you wanted a poison dart frog.
I did,
didn't you?
Yes, and I will accept a blue cat frog as well.
Yeah, I also advocated for the poison dart frog look, and since those do exist in like blue and black as well, it very much applies for this one.
Yeah, I did it.
That being said, I'm pretty sure that Ribot is pretty unique among the amphibian world in having cat ears on it in this case.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, look, get a big enough frog and you can also put cat ears on it.
The addition of the cat ears, man, that was unexpected but not altogether unpleasant.
Yeah, it was great.
I recall I just belly laughed when I saw that, didn't I?
Same. Yeah.
It's like, oh, you just gotta love the sense of playfulness with all of this stuff.
Yeah, the looks were the best part of this fight because this was a pretty quick fight.
Yeah,
Ribot murdered Overhaul.
I have it here on my notes. Potential great driving bout, and then it wasn't. Oh well.
Yeah,
that's literally all I had to say on this fight because they tried going weapon to weapon a couple of times, and Overhaul tried getting around it. Ribot, very maneuverable robot, and it's actually very good at sniper striking a lot of things.
Oh yeah,
in my opinion. And true enough, it screws up Overhaul's wheels. Overhaul gets counted out, and it's over inside of a minute. There is nothing much to say about this.
Ribot twerked on Overhaul and then went ass to ass.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Ass to ass. It's like that one movie.
Oh god.
I forget the name of the movie, but like it's the one where they go ass to ass.
That is from Requiem for a Dream.
Yes, that's it.
It's such a disturbing scene.
It is.
Especially when it's juxtaposed with everything else that's going on.
I mean,
like the guy working in the prison and the other guy getting his arm cut off.
Oof, I've actually never seen the movie.
Wait, you've never seen Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah, I mean, like, I know the ass-to-ass scene, but, like, I've never seen, like, the full movie.
Ah, well, it's a very emotionally distressing movie.
I can imagine.
It's very good. It's a very, very good movie, but it is a rough watch.
I might have to watch it at some point then, like, just, like, as a filmmaker, like, to see how it goes.
Oh, absolutely. As a filmmaker, there's a lot of stuff in there that you'll definitely appreciate.
Yeah.
Darren Aronofsky is an absolutely brilliant filmmaker, as you know.
Oh,
So
nice.
anyway, yeah, it's a 4 out of 10 for this
I
match.
gave it a
It was
5
a
out of
match.
10.
It was a fight. It was a well,
Yeah.
not a fight. It was
It
it
was
was
a
a
murder.
bout.
It was a frog. It was a
Ex-
frog and a cat.
Except this time, the frog wins.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Moving on from there, we come to what was one of the bouts I was most excited for: Orby Blade making its debut, the legendary Korean team, versus Scorpios, the legendary American team.
Yes, This did not go the way I expected it to.
Yeah, both of us had predicted Orby Blade because I was aware of the team's pedigree, and we both just absolutely loved the way it looked, and it looked like the weapon configuration would be absolutely brilliant. That being said, Scorpios is a robot that you never want to bet against, and they really showed that here tonight because.
Yep.
I'm gonna make this clear. Orby Blade, absolutely beautiful machine. It's got some very, very solid engineering behind it as well. And like I said, the team has a fantastic pedigree. Unfortunately for them, Scorpios is one of the most robustly put together machines, one of the most experienced teams in all of robot combat as well, because they actually run their own robot combat business outside of Battlebots. Matt,
Oh.
were you aware of this?
No, I wasn't.
It was actually addressed during the intros, if I'm remembering correctly. They nearly went out of business the other year, but they've managed to bounce back. You know, from
Oh,
during the whole
okay.
basically, if I'm remembering right, they run what is essentially a robot combat business where they help, where they provide stuff like robot fighting for kids' birthday parties or stuff like that.
Oh, that's
I could be
awesome.
wrong, so don't quote me on that. But like the idea behind it is very sound.
Damn, okay.
It's essentially something to help get kids into engineering as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so like they're not just doing robot combat when they're on TV. They're doing it away from there all the time, and not just on like side competitions, but as their way of life. And that is something that is absolutely fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
But I digress. To return to all of this, yeah, it was a very rough draw for the Orby Blade team because Scorpios came out the gate, stuck to them like a limpet, and just mullered them throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, I have to imagine if Orby Blade wasn't like facing the weapon away from him at like the beginning, like this might not have ended as brutally, but who knows? I don't know. I don't know the mindset though.
See, I'm inclined to disagree. Orby Blade started with its weapon facing away from Scorpios, from what I can tell, in order to give themselves some additional spin-up time, because Scorpios just screamed all the way over and was all over them within, like, 3 or 4 seconds.
True.
Like I said, they swarmed all over them, stuck to them like a limpet, and I don't think that Orby Blade even managed to get up to full speed at any point, or it managed to hit it once, and then Scorpios dealt with the recoil and just kept on swarming all over them, raining down hammer blows and just ripping them apart.
Yeah.
Throughout the entirety of this.
Yeah, they pretty much kept him on like the wall for like majority of the fight.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like Scorpios would be well aware that Orby Blade is a robot that you don't want to give a chance to get up to full speed, because like that is a very powerful weapon when it's actually properly working. And yeah, just swarm all over it, box rush it, and just keep on piling on the pressure. And as a result, this ended up more as a squash match than anything else.
Yeah.
As once again, yeah. 7 out of 10 from me for this one, because it was a very entertaining squash match, even if it was completely one-sided throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10, but pretty much for the same reason.
But yeah, I am very interested to see where Orby Blade goes from here, and I'm hoping that they'll be able to bounce back, because it's a robot that I've been very interested to see.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much ever since it was first announced to be competing in Battlebots.
Yeah. Honestly, like, even if they don't fully bounce back this season, if they come back next season, I think they're gonna do like a lot better.
Oh yeah, for sure. As in any case, I'm always happy to see more international representation in Battlebots as well.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like showcasing a truly global sport at this point. And on that note, we come to the big controversy of the evening:
Ooh.
Mammoth versus Tombstone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Before the fight, we had an awesome like pre-match promo putting over Ray Billings.
Oh, yeah. Just absolutely brilliant. I loved his commentary on the meta and how everybody is trying to say, oh, Tombstone isn't fit for purpose anymore. Oh, Tombstone's day is done. And it's like, no, it isn't. It isn't a matter of that.
It is not a Chris Jericho. It's a Minoru Suzuki. It is still a murderous motherfucker.
Yeah. It's just everybody now has an anti-Tombstone plan.
Yeah, exactly. So like, people are built around Tombstone. If that doesn't say anything about how good Tombstone still is, then nothing does.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's like every team at this point has a plan specifically to counter Tombstone, and that says a lot for how much everybody dreads Ray Billings.
Yeah.
But yeah, great commentary on the meta narrative there, and Mammoth coming in as a big underdog nonetheless anyway, because, you know, Tombstone is still Tombstone. It's still a former champion. It still hits like a truck. And both of us backed Tombstone to win this, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Not that we have anything against Mammoth. It's just like the smart money doesn't usually bet against Tombstone even nowadays.
Exactly. And that smart money went towards a goddamn double count out.
Oh, yeah. See, Mammoth clearly coming in planning the rope-a-dope strategy from the look of it. We are familiar with its giant plastic hammer that it swings about and manages to kick like a horse with. But I feel like the plan was to outlast Tombstone.
Yeah.
They were definitely planning to just like keep on running in and, like I said, using the rope-a-dope strategy to try and break the weapon. And to their credit, they did manage to disable one side of Tombstone with the recoil.
Yeah.
However, this came at the terrible price of losing one of their own drive motors, which, as we saw, ended up falling out as they were trying to show translational movement, resulting in, as you mentioned, Mac, the double countout finish.
Yes.
Now, this is where it gets into a little bit of a grey area, because from what we could see, Tombstone was only able to move within its normal turning circle with one side.
Yeah, until it got stuck on the where the blades come out.
Yeah, but well, it's like but as it is, it couldn't move outside of its turning circle anyway. Yeah. So Tombstone was not able to demonstrate any translational movement. However, Mammoth, on the other hand, did manage to move itself out of its turning circle. So you could argue that Mammoth was still showing translational movement at the time.
It's arguable.
But like I said, yeah, it's like, it's one of those things, it's arguable, it's a bit of a grey area, but it really all depends on how much you consider it to be translational movement.
Yeah.
But considering how we've seen Tombstone demonstrate that same translational movement in the past and not get counted out while on one wheel, but then also on another occasion when it did, you can really argue that they just need more consistency in this regard, because this seems to be a very situational sort of thing.
Yeah.
So as it is, I understand where the backlash to the result of this is coming from, but at the same time I do understand how the decision went, because as we saw, was ruled a double knockout and ultimately resulted in the judge's decision going to Tombstone. Since the damage there is more clear cut.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, so the fight itself wasn't that special in and of itself, but it's a 7 out of 10 on the back of the drama. And
yeah,
it probably would have been Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, it's okay. I was interrupting you.
Okay. And it was a potential knockout of the night, mainly due to volume than anything else, because of both of them going out at the same time, and we don't usually see a double knockout. But of course, we'll come back to that later in the episode. Yeah. Now, moving on from here, we came to one of the big surprises of the episode: Lucky versus Tantrum.
Yes, mate.
Oh, boy.
What a fight.
The return of Lucky, another big return.
Okay.
And now, coming into this one, I was backing Tantrum. Mac, you were backing Lucky.
Yes, I was, because I wanted to do this goddamn intro that I did.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm just one of those people, I don't bet against Tantrum at this stage, because
Yeah,
Tantrum, in my opinion, one of the dark horses to win the entire thing this year. Because
absolutely.
we've seen it just go from strength to strength with every season that it's been in, just getting better and better. Like getting off to a bit of a non-start in its first season or so, and then last time coming in third place, and now, yeah, strong candidate to win the whole thing. And I have to say, I absolutely loved the gauntlets that the Tantrum team were rocking during their intro. That was great.
Oh god, I can't
Just
wait for
the.
one of them to get stuck in the wall again.
I mean, I'm talking about the stuff that the team are
I
wearing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I can't wait for them to get so excited that it gets stuck in the wall again.
But great, but yeah, great strategy. Right, we saw both teams talking about their strategy as well. Very solid plans from both of them as well.
Yeah.
Like the idea of the box rush. Lucky, I was not expecting them to do as well in this fight as they did.
Alright, this is a fight in 2 acts, and Act 1 was Lucky absolutely smoking Tantrum.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just swarming out of the gate, box rushes it, and ends up kicking it like a horse all the way into the arena wall, and seeming to put it in such a position that it wasn't going to be able to get out of there.
Yeah.
But
It was
this is the
very
thing.
close.
Now this is the thing. This is actually highlighted after the bout where they were saying if Lucky didn't help Tantrum off of the wall, Tantrum would have been counted out.
I don't know about
Personally,
that.
I think, yeah, I don't buy that, because Tantrum, it was taking a little while, but I think that it was going to manage to rock itself off of the wall.
Yeah.
So Lucky striking while the iron was hot and hitting it again was completely understandable,
Yeah.
because they didn't know if they were going to get another opportunity. And you do not give Tantrum an inch if you can avoid it, because Tantrum, give it like an inch and it will rip that gap wide open.
Yes. But in this case, Tantrum sort of forced that inch. It literally took that inch by force.
Yeah. Now, Lucky, to their credit, they hit him hard again and kicked him across the battle box again. But from there, Tantrum manages to recover and mounts what a comeback. It's just absolutely brilliant. Swarms all over Lucky. Now, Lucky, to their credit, they kept up for quite a bit. They actually survived longer than I would have expected. But Tantrum gets in, gets underneath, rips it to pieces, shreds it, tears panels off, and just hits it with punch after punch after punch. And it's absolutely beautiful to see, because it's just fantastic driving as well.
Yeah.
Just that Tantrum really has some of the most solid driving in all of Battlebots at this point, and you just absolutely love to see it go to work, provided that the weapon is working properly. Anyway,
Oh yeah, of course.
which in this case it was. In this case, it was, as it ripped panels and wheels off of Lucky and left it to be counted out. Lucky has absolutely nothing to be ashamed of in this fight, though, because they put Tantrum in more danger than we've seen anybody else put them in this season so far.
Exactly.
And just that was a brilliant return from Lucky, and they've got nothing to be ashamed of. Great fight. I had it at 8.5 out of 10.
I had it at
you
9.
had it at 9, didn't you, Matt?
Yes, I had it at 9.
Yeah.
Up until like a later fight, this was the main event. I mean, not the main event, like the fight of the night.
Yeah, definitely fight of the night so far. We called the opening match a slugfest. This one was a straight up bomb fest.
It was.
It was huge hit after huge hit, and you just absolutely love to see it, especially considering that these two previously had been kind of, I'm not going to say written off, but not looked at as the big
contenders.
what? Yeah, big contenders. Yeah. And at least until Tantrum placed third last year, and now Tantrum, like I said, dark horse to go all the way. And if this is a sign of things to come, and the previous fight that they were in is a sign of things to come, yeah, Tantrum, oh, I am so looking forward to seeing it later on in the later stages of the tourney. Can you imagine if it gets to the final?
Dude, that would be crazy. That would actually be awesome.
Like, if it gets to the final, they'll give us such a good fight to remember as well.
Yeah, because honestly, we're starting to get to the point where literally any of these robots, like, can be the winner. Like, we're no longer at the stage where, like, there's one or two that, like, oh yeah, they're absolutely gonna, like, make it. Like, anyone could do it at any moment.
Yeah. The standard of engineering has become so consistently high that you can't really write off any robot anymore. The only real exceptions being some of the first-year bots, and that's more due to inexperience than anything and needing to work out some technical gremlins. Because they usually come back very, very strongly the year after.
Oh, yeah. You can't even count out Captain fucking Shredderator anymore. What the hell? What the hell? Who am I gonna fucking make jokes about now?
No more Captain fucking Shredderator. Get the fuck out of here anymore, mate.
It's getting the fuck in here. It's become the Bone Soldier.
I mean, I suppose if we're going to, oh no, I'm not gonna say that, but it's fine. Up next we've got Ghost Raptor versus Glitch.
Wait, hang on, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say, I suppose that mantle has passed to the robot up next, but that's kind of mean. Ghost Raptor at this point has become kind of a bit of a journeyman robot, where it doesn't really have much success, but it's been around for a long time and they're very experienced.
It's the nicest robot in the game. It literally helped. Yeah. It helped its opponent to victory.
Now, both of us in this one, we were backing the new machine Glitch more than anything, not because we knew that much about Glitch, other than that we liked the design, because it's very interesting design, with the use of Omni wheels with the egg beater drum.
Yeah.
But also because, like, we know that Ghost Raptor doesn't have the best track record and has a tendency to get beaten up quite a bit during its bouts.
Yeah. And oh boy, Glitch really proved its name right here.
Yeah. Like we were just saying in the previous segment, first-year machines often need a little bit to work out their various kinks.
Yep.
Giggity.
No, Zach, we don't get to the section until the next round. Next fight.
God damn it. Oh, I set myself up for that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you pretty much, yeah.
But Glitch, we can see the potential in Glitch's design, and very interesting design. I like the use of the Omni wheels to allow it to strafe, but they clearly still need to work some things out. Luckily for them, Ghost Raptor, very nice, and helped them out when they got themselves into a bit of a jam.
Yep.
Literally, like when they got jammed under part of the wall at one point, and the only way they were getting out was with a little bit of help from Ghost Raptor.
Yeah.
Now, to Ghost Raptor's credit, they did manage to do a few things here and there, but there wasn't really that much they were able to inflict in the way of damage.
Oh, yeah.
And so, overall, this was Glitch's fight, but I have to say, because of the mechanical gremlins that they were suffering from throughout it, the only reason it was Glitch's fight was because Ghost Raptor decided to be a good sport.
Ghost Raptor quite literally threw the fight just out of kindness.
Basically, yeah, like anytime that Glitch got stuck, Ghost Raptor came in, helped them out, and allowed them to basically punch it in the face. Because that's the type of friendly guy that Ghost Raptor is.
It's pretty much just the jobber. Can we do an inverse Spike Dudley for Ghost Raptor?
I mean, basically, yeah, he was in there to put Glitch over.
Yeah.
Like, because let's face it, we're gonna come to. We've been talking about wrestling throughout this whole thing. We're gonna talk even more about wrestling down the line with the main event. So yeah, he was in there, shining up the rookie, making him look good, and helping them to overcome their early stage fright, basically.
Oh my god, Glitch is Sin Cara. God. Oh god, I hope it doesn't go that way for the rest of its career.
Alternatively, the Shockmaster.
Yeah, Shockmaster's a good one, yeah. I mean, actually, maybe not, because like it wasn't as embarrassing.
I mean, I guess that remains to be seen, doesn't it? But yeah, there wasn't really that much to talk about here. In terms of some of the stuff that happened, it was a 6.5, but yeah, there wasn't not really much to talk about here. It's not really a special fight or anything, and it's only competitive because Ghost Raptor wills it to be so.
Yeah, exactly. Push Ghost Raptor.
But with that in mind, we've got the big main event of the evening.
Oh yes, this big-ass wrestling event.
Oh yes. Absolutely big pro wrestling style main event. And as we saw with the big hype package to start it out with, which came off very much like a wrestling vignette.
Yeah, like straight up, just like they're leaning into the wrestling stuff, and they should do that for every hype video because if you like taking that like the hype video aspect from wrestling is the best thing you can ever do.
Well, let's face it, my dude. Battlebots in and of itself isn't just about robot fighting. It's all about the pageantry as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And we absolutely love it when teams lean into that. This is why Martin Mason is probably our favorite individual roboteer currently competing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, everybody loves how Ray Billings always plays the villain, and now how Jake Hewitt is always playing the villain as well. That's very pro wrestling-esque. It's all a gimmick. We know it is. And I've actually seen some people criticizing Martin Mason for keeping kayfabe with this character that he does, and saying stuff like, "We want to get to know you, not this pro wrestling style character." And it's like, get out of here with that.
Get out of here! He cut the best babyface promo ever, like after the fight.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like going into it, like his pro wrestling style gimmick is one of the things that gets me so hyped up for him.
Yeah.
For him and Mad Catter as a whole, just how high energy they are. And we saw Jameson Go do a little bit of that in the vignette as well, and it was actually great. Like you could tell Jameson was pretty new to it, but he handled it quite well,
yeah.
All things considered.
Yeah, like God, I can't wait for like more people to like try to hand it and like just have fun.
But yeah, I also loved how, even with the gimmick and everything, Martin Mason was being set up as the babyface with this, because they showed how wholesome he was with teaching his class remotely as well beforehand, and just everything. And you hear all of the great stories about Martin Mason off screen as well. He's just an absolutely classy dude.
Yeah, he seemed like one of those guys you'd love to hang out with, or just like chat shit with.
Oh, dude, I would absolutely have a beer with Martin Mason if the opportunity ever came up.
I don't drink, but so would I. I would have a Coke.
I would love to talk shop with the guy.
Yeah.
The guy just seems like one of those good people.
Oh, hell yeah.
And now, going in, both of us very excited about this fight because it's a huge driving bout, because we know all of how absolutely devastating Sawblaze is in the battle box, because Jameson Go is just such a fantastic driver. Like, he is literally one of the top 3 drivers in the entire competition, and even then it's very, very close in regards to who is in the absolute #1 spot there. And that being said, Martin Mason, also fantastic roboteer and driver. So you knew right away this was going to be an absolute war between these two.
And it was.
And this felt like a legitimate main event as well. This felt like a huge pay-per-view worthy attraction type of fight.
Yeah, big fight feel.
Yeah, brilliant. That's literally what I've got. Big fight feel. And coming out of the gate, it had exactly that. It was intense. It had big hits, fantastic strategy from both teams as well. Oh, this is the thing. Okay, so Mad Catter comes in with a different weapon configuration than normal as well. The French Fry Blade this time as well, which is actually quite new with them from what I've seen. But that being said, they're up against Jameson Go. And Jameson Go, like I said, one of the best drivers in all of Battlebots. And he came out with an absolutely ace strategy, swarmed all over Mad Catter, didn't give them an inch, and just rained down horrible blow after horrible blow, dealing so much damage to it. It even killed the mini-bot as well.
Oh, what a heal! That thing smoked all the hell.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they were definitely setting Mad Catter up as the babyface in this and Jameson Go as the heel, and he did such a heel performance in this as well. Yeah. Like, his performance against Mad Catter was downright rude.
It literally had sex with Mad Catter.
Oh my god.
It was just, literally
swarming
like...
all over it. Giving it no space, just like bam, 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 bam.
Like, this episode should be up on Pornhub.
And then, yeah, ended up taking Mad Catter roughly from behind as its weapon got stuck in it, and having to keep slamming it into the wall to try and free itself. And yeah, I have seen so many porn memes made about this. Battlebots up in here.
God, someone need to put, like, Careless Whisper, like, over that moment.
Yeah. Yeah, just out for the kitty in this one.
No, the cats were. Oh wait, this cat. No, yeah, this fight has a cat as well. There are a lot of cats on this episode.
Oh yeah, but yeah, oh, just Sawblaze absolutely, and over time just dominating this fight, dealing out massive blow after massive blow. Now, Mad Catcher, to their credit, they did put up a good fight. They did manage to land a few good hits here and there.
Yeah, they survived like the entire fight.
Yeah, well, not quite the entire fight.
I mean, like until the end. Yeah, I mean, but yeah.
Yeah, it survived until it didn't.
Yeah, it literally had to be stabbed in the heart to die.
Basically, yeah. As Sawblaze just piling on so much pressure, hitting so many big blows, and eventually Mad Catter, which has proven so robust over the last couple of years, did end up conking out as a result.
Yeah.
But they put up such a great fight as well. Like, even if over time it started to become visibly hopeless as to whether or not it could actually win, they never gave up.
Yeah, they kept going.
Heroic effort from Team Bad Kitty in this one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was absolutely fight of the night and best driver for Jameson Go as well, and knockout of the night as well, because like just an absolutely flawless performance from Jameson Go. Great fight back from Mad Catter, and it's just everything that you want out of a main event.
Yeah, arguably fight of the season too so far.
Yeah, I would. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty accurate in this case.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 fight for me.
Fantastic babyface promo afterwards from Martin Mason as well.
God, how can anyone not like this? Like, I don't understand how anyone could not like it.
Yeah, and it's like, you can tell, like, even if he is, like, playing a little bit of a gimmick, a lot of that in there is just, like, it's still just an extension of Martin Mason himself. He seems like a naturally bombastic guy.
Yeah, because that's the thing about wrestling. Like, the best wrestling, like, stuff is the stuff that's real.
Yeah, the stuff that's just, like, a little bit of an extension of your real personality.
Yeah.
And you can tell this is a guy who absolutely loving everything that he's doing, and it's just so infectious, as we saw...
God.
As it even got to Jameson Go, who started leaning into the pro wrestling stuff himself.
I hope eventually we get like someone doing a Mil Muertes gimmick where they have like the skull, like the throne of skulls, but instead of like skulls, it's like robot bits.
That sounds like something that Witch Doctor might be able to do.
Oh God, yes! Oh my God, Witch Doctor, please get onto that.
Or it seems like something they could have done with Tombstone back when Tombstone was a little bit more feared.
Oh, yeah, true.
God. Anyway, questions for later, I guess.
God, please take more stuff from professional wrestling. Take everything from Lucha Underground, please.
Oh, yeah, did we give out best performance in the losing effort earlier? Because that was the lucky, wasn't it?
I mean, like, we probably should start doing the awards, like, at the very end, because we missed an award last week.
Yeah,
and I had to put in like fucking post.
And in this case, it's still like we've still announced 3 of the awards already with just for the main event.
Yeah, so yeah, for the night, the main event, K of the night, Sawblaze, driver also Sawblaze, and losing effort was Lucky.
Yeah, as for the Dark Horse victory, there isn't one this week.
There are no Dark Horses.
The closest would be Glitch versus Ghost Raptor, but I don't really want to give the award to that for reasons that we've already said. Still, there's always next week.
Exactly.
But yeah, fantastic rebound from the previous episode, and yeah,
probably the best show of the season so far.
Yeah, this or episode 1, I would say.
Yeah. This is like a very high bar for like the rest of the season.
Oh yeah.
And I have to imagine someone's gonna top it eventually.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can't wait to see what comes next, man.
God, I wish they put the cards out, like fight cards out sooner, instead of like 2 days before the show. Because I'm so excited for like next episode.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to moving forward from here. And a lot of great tournament implications as well. I have to imagine Mad Catter is still going to make the round of 16 because there is no shame at all in losing to Sawblaze.
Oh yeah,
Sawblaze is an absolute killer. I'd say it's probably Sawblaze's season to lose at this point.
Yeah, like unless Mad Catter like loses the next fight, like it's absolutely gonna make like either the middle or the bottom 16.
I mean, even if it loses the next fight, it could still hypothetically make it into the round of 32 because of strength of schedule.
Oh yeah, true. Oh wait, is it a round of
like,
32 this time?
Let's see.
Was it 32 last season as well?
It's 32 competitors, round of 32 competitors. I mean, it will make it into the 32 either way, I think.
Oh well, yeah, okay, yeah.
So it's just kind of an interchangeable name. Anyway, yeah, great episode, and I was very, very happy to have watched it.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we come to the off-topic portion of the show this week, if we even have anything to talk about. Do we?
I mean, I'm playing Pokemon. That's pretty good.
Ah, yes. How are you finding the new Pokemon game?
It's honestly, I like it. I love it. It's like, okay, so it's a bit clunky in a few places. Like the graphics are like kind of clunky a little bit. Like the UI, the button placement, all that. Like it's weird. Like I keep making mistakes with it, but like the stuff that's really good. Like it's some of the best stuff in any Pokemon game. Like the way moves work now, like with the like movesets work, where you can like change moves in and out. Like you're basically the mover learner now, and that's the best thing they've added in years.
Ah, yes, the new move pool mechanic, where now you can have more than 4 moves. You can just interchange your moves when you need to.
Exactly, yeah. Also, I like that.
That is an absolute game changer.
Yeah, I also like that you can like pay for like new moves from like a person, so that's really good.
Oh,
like
wow.
like I taught my. Oh god, I forget. I think I taught a Golbat. I taught my Golbat Sludge Bomb, and that's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, like that. You can get some stuff there, and like it keeps adding like more moves you can learn like as you level up.
What about the addition of Alpha Pokemon in this one?
I like it so far. I like it. I caught a I'm still like very early on, but I caught a level 45 Heracross.
I'm just remembering that image of the Alpha Pokemon with one of the trainers encountering a Gardevoir.
I haven't found a Gardevoir yet. Haven't found that yet.
And I saw that and how big that Gardevoir was. I was just thinking Lady Garda-Tresco up in here.
Yeah. But yeah, like the overworld, like the whole massive overworld, like I really like. Like it's kind of empty a bit. Like if you, it's fine. I like it. I don't know how big it is. Like if it's like, I don't know how many different areas in the game there are, but like in the one area that I'm in so far, it's pretty fucking big.
Fair enough.
I like it. If you pretty much run past like the big Pokemon, you can like get to higher level areas early. I don't know why anyone would, but I did, and yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
I like it.
And with that, do we have anything else to talk about? Or...
I don't know. Did you want to talk about anything?
No, I don't really have anything at the moment. I've been working on a personal project, but I'm not going to talk about that until it's finished.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you for everybody who suffered through our inane ramblings this week. We'll be sure to bring you a little bit more next week, as our ever minute fan base continues to decrease. Here on the slowest growing Battlebots podcast in all of creation.
Zach, we finally went an episode without any meta stuff, and you just had to add it at the end.
Well, of course. It absolutely has to be addressed, doesn't it?
I mean, I guess.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Until then, he's Mac, I'm Jack, and we will see you next time. Ciao all.
Bye.